Hello everybody, it's GMB here, and I thought I'd do my godzillathon, and I'm doing this as a live stream because I could, and well, I tried to record this normally through my computer, but I kept pressing the space bar, which kept ending the review. So, well, let's begin. Of course, we're starting off with Godzilla 1954. I have two collections of these DVDs. One of them is the American version, and the other one is the Toho Godzilla collection, which I highly recommend getting. And it has both the Japanese and the English versions on it. So, well, it's a great collection. I highly recommend getting. Oh, and also, I'm not the best reviewer. And why am I wearing sunglasses? I'm not the best reviewer because, well, I'm not good at summarizing a plot as good as some other people might do it. Like, I'm not the nostalgia critic or Brandon Tenold or anyone. So if you're looking for a more quality review, check out Godzilla 2000 channel. He did a much better video of this. But if you're still staying here, then why? But if you made it this far in the video, keep listening. If you don't, I'll find you. JK. Anyway, let's start with the storyline. The storyline is the film opens with a ship out on the ocean and it explodes suddenly. So the Coast Guard sends another ship to investigate it, and well, it explodes too. And the people are getting in a panic because nobody knows what happened to the ship. All they know is that there was like a sudden explosion, and the public started panicking because they're the public, and that's what they do. So the Coast Guard sends out another ship, and what do you know? It doesn't get blown up this time. So it finds. No, they don't send. No, it's not. No, they don't send another ship to look for them. They just there's like a fishing boat. They're like find the three survivors from the ship. So they from the ships, I should say. And they're taken to Odo Island, which is an island off the coast of Japan in the film. And they're taken there, and then the elders are arguing with each other on what could have done it, and one of them says Godzilla must have done it, which nobody knew what Godzilla was at the time, since this was the first film. So when the movie came out, I was like, "What's Godzilla? What is he?" And then basically it said Godzilla must have done it, and then the government sends a helicopter in there to investigate, and they found out that the well is radioactive, and that it's radioactive. Okay, that's it. No, there was other things that happened before that. Basically, they send a helicopter there, and the investigators ask the one elder, what is Godzilla? And he just says he's a monster that lives out in the sea, and he probably destroyed your ships. And then a storm rises up, and well, the people sleep in the house. Then you hear stomping in the background. Then you see a house get destroyed pretty much, and that was actually it. And then they send another team over there through a ship to Odo Island. Oh, and I have a cold right now, so I'm probably not going to do very well on this recording. So they sent the ship over to Odo Island to see what happened to the people there, and find out that the helicopter that they sent before was destroyed, and the entire house was destroyed. It was stomped on. They said that it was squashed from above, and everyone is pretty shocked about it, including this one awesome character. I'll get into the characters later on in the review. And they say, and And then they find out that's when they find out that a well is radioactive there and that they can't use the well anymore. And then like they find like this prehistoric thing and like a footprint. I forgot what it was called. And then we move on to Godzilla's first entrance, where they see where they see that where you see Godzilla rise up on the top of the hill and roar several times, and the main girl, like Amiko, I think, screams. Then his girlfriend, his boyfriend comes and picks her up, and Dr. Yamani, who's actually one of my favorite characters in the film. He's the guy with the hat and the mustache. And some of you are like, what are you guys? What are you talking about? I'll get into the characters later. They basically head back to Japan and show the government pictures of Godzilla, and the government wants to cover it up, which is what they should have done. But then, basically, there was a hut that's, and the Dr. Yamani said that Godzilla was mutated through nuclear weapons, and that's actually the nuclear message in the film. I'll get to that later. And the place is split in between whether they should tell people about it and whether they should keep it a secret. And basically, it's kind of a gender thing where all the guys in the room wanted the people to keep it private, but all the women in the room wanted them to tell the truth, which basically they call each other names, and then at the end, one of them calls the other an idiot, and then they said, "How dare you call me an idiot?" And then they basically went at each other for a fist fight. It was actually kind of funny in a very dark film, by the way. So it was actually pretty funny. And they started punching each other, and they had to break up the fight. And actually, the government tells the public, which I have no idea why. Why wouldn't you tell the public? So that's just gonna make a panic. Okay, then the film cuts to, well, what else? Actually, there's a love triangle in between the main girl, Amiko, and and then Dr. Sarazawa and this other character, I forgot his name. So, and the other character that I forgot the name. So, well, that's actually... Then, well, basically, after that, after they see Dr. Sarazawa, Dr. Sarazawa tells Emiko, the main female protagonist, who actually does a really good performance in the film. And she says that, well, and Dr. Sarazawa shows her his weapon, the oxygen destroyer. Which basically, I'll get into the oxygen destroyer later at the end of the film. Basically, the oxygen destroyer, it's basically like what am I talking about? It suffocates all the life forms in the water, then liquefies it, and basically disintegrates it because it can't breathe. Anyway, after that, Emiko promises not to tell anyone about it, and the government, after it cuts back to the government then, and they decide to what else? Send the Navy to depth charge the area off Odo Island. So we get the whole military scene where the Navy goes out and depth charges the place, and that was actually a really short military scene. Then it cuts back to Japan, and there's some dialogue in the film that I'm not gonna. There's some dialogue in the film where they talk about Godzilla and whether they should destroy him or not. Where Dr. Yamani does not want Godzilla destroyed; he wants to study him. and a lot of other people want it destroyed. But then it cuts to Godzilla's second appearance in the movie, where he shows up and a ship sees him, and I don't know if he destroys the ship or not. I think the ship might have escaped, but he goes to Tokyo. He goes to Japan, and that's his first attack, and he doesn't damage that much property in the first attack, but the second attack is... I'll get to the second attack later. And the first attack, after the first attack, Godzilla goes back to the ocean after, like, I don't know, 5 minutes of rampaging in the city. It was a pretty short first rampage. So then it cuts back to Dr. Yamane talking to the military, and that they should get the army out to and basically rig Tokyo Bay with electric fences, tanks, and basically they bring the whole army in to try to stop Godzilla, and they didn't know what Godzilla was or what he did. Or what he would do to the army when he attacks. So he goes to after that there's the whole military sequence where they evacuate some people, but almost nobody gets evacuated. I mean, most of the people are still there. But after that the army is there. Then it cuts to night, and this is when the film really gets really good. Godzilla comes out from the ocean yet again, and he walks up and he walks into the electric fences and he breaks them, of course. And the army's shooting at him and everything, but it doesn't do anything. Godzilla pretty much wrecks the army. Then they're completely gone. Then Godzilla uses this atomic beam and everything. Then he goes to the city where like all this destruction happens, and he basically destroys pretty much all of Tokyo. And there's a lot of sad scenes in there. Where there's one where it shows Godzilla rampaging for a while. Then it just randomly cuts to actually it cuts to a lot of people, but one of the most recognizable cutscenes is when it cuts to a mother and her two children, and they say, "Don't worry, we'll be with your father soon." Then it cuts back to Godzilla, and he destroys the building. And then it goes back to Godzilla rampaging again and just destroying Tokyo. Tokyo is basically flaming and exploding, and all the buildings are pretty much gone. And most of the buildings are pretty much gone. Then then after about it feels like half an hour of the film, he finally heads back to the ocean, and then it cuts to the hospital, the infamous hospital scene. It cuts to there, and there you see a lot of dead bodies, a lot actually, a lot. And the hospital scene is pretty sad because there are so many children there, and there's so many people that died there. Then Dr. Yamane meets up with Dr. Serizawa, an awesome character in the film, and he tells him to use the oxygen destroyer, but he doesn't want to. So then the Emiko's other boyfriend, I forgot his name, Akira Takarada's character, in the film, he gets in a fist fight with Dr. Serizawa, and he gets in a fist fight with Dr. Serizawa, and they argue about whether he should use the oxygen destroyer or not. And he finally agrees at the end at the end of the fist fight, and then he burns the notes of the oxygen destroyer so it can never be used again. Well, then it cuts out to the ocean where it's a boat sailing on the ocean. And then they lower Dr. Serizawa and Akira Takarada's character in. And, well, long story short, Dr. Serizawa uses the oxygen destroyer. Akira Takarada is pulled out of the water, and Dr. Serizawa sacrifices himself and dies. And that's actually the end of the film. Okay, now I'm going to talk about the military. The military really did a good job in this film because they were actually studying Godzilla on what to do. But of course, they get wrecked by Godzilla, so it doesn't matter. Then, well, the military scenes do matter, but Godzilla completely owns them anyway. Okay, then let's move on to the characters. We have Dr. Serizawa, Akira Takarada. Dr. Serizawa, amazing character. He's the doctor that used the oxygen destroyer and kills himself at the end of the film. The second, one of my other favorite characters is Dr. Yamane, the scientist who. No, there are like two or three scientists in the movie, and he's like Emiko's father or something. I don't know, his uncle maybe. I haven't seen the film in a while. I'm doing bad at explaining the plot. So then why am I wearing sunglasses? So then it cuts back to, well, what else? No, I'm not explaining that. I'm talking about the character. Yeah, my brain is being scrambled right now. Anyway, who was I talking about? Yeah, Dr. Yamane. He was there. He was a great character in the film. I liked him. And then we have Akira Takarada's character. I really don't know his name. He did a lot of things actually in the film. And he's basically the second main character of the film, and he's the one, he actually survives Godzilla, like Emiko and Dr. Serizawa did. And I can't really say much about him since I haven't seen the film in a while, so I'm doing a bad job. Okay, now I'm going to do my final thoughts. This film was actually pretty good. I like it. The story's good, and the nuclear message where this was made in 1954, 9 years after Hiroshima. But they didn't say that America nuked them because you get a lot of ticked off Americans because they're basically saying that it's all America's fault, which kind of was. But no hate. Even though I'm American. But that's actually gonna wrap up my review. So if you like this video, press that little like button. If you want to check out my other videos, check out my channel. If you like them, then why not subscribe? Have a nice day.